What's up, guys? Today I'm not doing any Mazda stuff. Unfortunately, the company is going to come out to inspect the engine that they sold me to verify that there is internal damage before they refund my money and or get me another engine. So meanwhile, I'm going to do a video on a couple of things that I would need to do to my Nissan Skyline that I wanted to do. I haven't had time to do yet. Is first and foremost, I want to install a new fuel pump. I don't know what fuel pump's in the car or how old it is or if it even has a filter. Don't know. I've already changed the fuel filter in the engine bay, but now I'm going to be installing a 255 Walbro kit with all the necessary stock Nissan stuff, and I'll get a video of it.
This is the kit that it comes with. Get a Walbro 255 pump. This is the foam seal that the pump sits inside the tank. This is, I guess, a little rubber. The pump sits in here inside of like a little metal drop hanger. Here's the rubber hose, obviously to pump it through. There's a filter and the wire connection. Also, if anybody has ever had a question about installing like a lip spoiler or something, that they want to put on their car, maybe like a trunk decklet spoiler, BMW actually offers what we call in the shop the sausage glue, because it looks like a sausage. Here's the part number. You can go to any BMW dealership and hand them this, tell them this part number, and you can get this kit. Comes with everything that you need to basically install a spoiler. Now, at work, when I install any M Performance spoilers and whatnot, this is the kit that I'm trying to get my gimbal to cooperate, but it's not. This is the kit that I use when I install a spoiler in M Performance spoilers on cars. Comes with everything you need. This piece right here, you cut the tip of the quote-unquote sausage off, and you slide this on here, and you can slowly squeeze from obviously the bottom. This is a really good like adhesive remover slash primer, whatnot. It removes any oils, chemicals, anything that's on your paint for so the adhesive cures perfectly. And then they gave you this cool little blade. If you get any access stuff, you can scrape it off and whatnot. Stuff's really good. Before it dries, you have plenty of time to clean any extra glue that comes out and just kind of scrape it off. But really excited because this is what I'm going to be installing. I've been sitting on this stuff for a little bit because of where it came from, but yes, this is the Fujimura Rocket Dancer attachment that goes on the back of the OEM stock GTR wing, and it basically sits up here, and it gives it that little kind of like duckbill, like arrow look on the back of the spoiler. It doesn't come with anything to put it on. You kind of just buy the wing. Apparently I bought this wing used because I wasn't able to find one, and I wasn't going to buy one off eBay, so I don't really know how they got it off, or they might have had it stuck on with maybe some two-sided tape, but I don't trust that. I don't plan on going really fast, but I also don't want it to fly off in the middle of the road. Also, I'm going to be installing these N1 style inserts in my bumper, which they go in kind of like so. Actually, this one is upside down. Nope, that's the wrong side. There we go. So that sits flush. So N1 style inserts in the bumper, which I think look pretty nice. They just add a little extra airflow directly to intercooler, and I think it looks really good with the black spoiler, the OEM. For starters, spoiler. I'm going to go ahead and take the old fuel pump out. If anyone wants to know where it's at, it is in the trunk located next to the spare on the right side. You have to remove all of these in order to access it, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. Not really sure what I'm going to find in here. I'm kind of going in here blind. The reason why, multiple reasons why I'm replacing the fuel pump is because at some points my car tends to lean out. and I've been monitoring my air to fuel, and I just noticed that, you know, sometimes it's just not happy, and it leans out at some points. It kind of almost feels like it wants to stall out, but does not. And it's a pretty good thing to do, because who knows? I mean, the fuel pump in here might be from 1993, which is really not good. And also, I have OCD, and I would like, you know, everything fresh. Upon removal of the fuel pump, I'm actually pretty astonished, and also at the same time kind of disgusted. This is what I pulled out of the car. You can tell that filter is seen way better days. On top of the fact that I don't know what the hell is sitting on top of that, which kind of scares me, because this is the quality of fuel I pulled out of this thing. That looks like dirt, and just not nice stuff. Now, I've driven this car, not hard, but I've driven it quite moderately, and I just been noticing that it's not been quite as responsive as I want it to be. The fuel in there just looks absolutely terrible. It is mucky, like dirty looking. It just doesn't look right. I just swirl this around a little bit, and you can see dirt flowing around. So now I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using to suck all of that. So I purchased this not too long ago. It is a Mighty Vac. It's really nice. It's only a fluid extractor. You can't pump fluid back in, but basically you just need an air compressor, and it has this chamber, builds up vacuum, and then you can use this hose to, you know, suck out, you know, what we're going to be sucking out all this crap in here. And then I'm going to go run out and get 5 gallons worth of 93 to put back in this tank, so I have a fresh, clean tank after I clean all this crap up. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the meantime. So I got the Mighty Vac running, and I'm trying to do this with 2 hands. Yeah, that is dirt. And whatever the hell is at the bottom of this tank, which is absolutely gross, might I add. But I'm gonna do my best to clean all of this out. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely disgusting. You can watch the water, or not the water, I'm sorry, the gasoline turn brown from whatever is sitting at the bottom of this tank. Pass, I guess, at this fuel tank, and look at what I found at the bottom of my fuel tank. That is years and years and years of terrible, just like terrible fuel. I mean, it's hard to believe that Japan doesn't filter their fuel, but like, it's absolutely insane what I'm finding. So now that I got majority of the gas tank drained, I've cleaned it out by hand, and I've put a power fan on it to kind of just air it out completely, so I can, you know, spray some chemical cleaner in there and kind of just like clean all the edges out, because this was sitting at the bottom of my tank. Now, I don't really know what all this stuff is. Kind of looks like cocoa powder, but it's just, whatever it is, it's not good. So I want to totally eliminate this mess, and so I don't have any problems. But I'm going to start setting up the Walbro pump. So Walbro pump comes with a, you know, obviously a power and ground connection, and the stock Nissan one obviously has a power and ground connection and the feed line. So I can't do this with one hand, so I'm going to set this all up, and I'll be back in a second with alright. So after all that, I have my new setup. I put a new rubber grommet down here, got a new filter, new pumps in with the new foam insulation. It's all wired up. I left a little more slack on this rubber line than I wanted to, but that's okay. It's not going nowhere. It's the whole point. But The foam seal from the factory, let me try to just get this out of the way. The foam seal right here was completely deteriorated, so I have some foam inserts that I have, and I'm going to basically line this up, because all this is just I guess sound detonation. The real seal is right underneath here for the full fuel tank. This is just a body, so it's just me being anal, and I'm going to put a new foam seal all the way around.